welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Dimes Only Podcast. I'm George Hernandez, as you know already. And to my left, you already know who it is.
Buddy Sandoval, what's going on, everybody? We are back for another episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And George, we finally found out who your Denver Nuggets will be playing in the NBA Finals. It will be the Miami Heat. How do you feel about that? Just before we get into the nitty-gritty of stuff.
You know, I feel confident. I hope the Denver Nuggets could close it out. It's been a struggle for years. And now I feel like this is the best opportunity for them to win it now. I think it's a must-win now because, teams are going to be back healthy next year and, all that off-season adjustments and stuff. So hopefully we could close it out now. I think it's a must-win for both teams. Like, this is the best chance they're going to have,
Yeah, I mean, I think you could probably say that for maybe the Denver Nuggets. I mean, the Heat, you would think, right? Because, they went to the finals 3 years ago, and they stay competitive. Not that the Nuggets don't, but, both teams are 4 wins away from raising up that Larry O'Brien trophy. And I think both teams have a good shot at it. We're going to get into more on who's going to win. But, it should be a highly competitive series. 2 teams who I believe, even though the Nuggets are a number 1 seed, 2 teams we didn't think would be here. So a pretty unexpected finals. But I think it should be a competitive and a great finals overall. But before we get into the finals, we're going to talk about that Eastern Conference and what a crazy one it was, because when we were here last week, it was 3-0.
3-0?
If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
It was 3-0, and then the Celtics just turned it up, and they went 3 in a row. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way the Celtics are going to be the first team in NBA playoff history to come back and make history, to come back winning a series down 0-3. And then the Heat took care of business in Game 7.
Now that you're talking about it, it's funny because last Game 6 when Celtics won.
Oh, my God.
Buddy texted me, you guys better beat the Celtics. I'm like, the series not over yet. Chill. And like that, the Heat took it yesterday. I didn't watch the game. I don't know. Did you watch it?
I did. Yeah, I did.
I didn't watch
just
the
a little
game.
bit.
Yeah, because
because you were busy, right? But I was worried. I was thinking to myself, if it was a must-win for the Heat in Game 6, if they don't close it out at home, I think they're gonna have some trouble going back to Boston in front of that hostile crowd, in front of that great team, and win. But lo and behold, the Heat did the impossible once again. They go into Boston just like they did in Game 1 and Game 2. And they win that series. A little bit had to, I think a little bit had to do with Jason Tatum's injury in the beginning of the game. It happened within like the first 17 seconds. Jason Tatum rolled his ankle, and ever since then, he was not the same. But I think regardless, I think the Heat would have won the game. It would have been a little bit closer, but I think the Heat still would have won because, man, everything was clicking for them. Jimmy Butler did enough. Caleb Martin looked like I don't know. He looked like an all-star.
Kyrie or what?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he looked like Kyrie with the way he was making his shot-making ability. He was hitting them all. He was driving to the hole. He was shooting the three. He was making his mid-range. Everyone stepped up when they needed to, and they were confident because the Heat booked before Game 7. They booked a flight to Denver, so they knew they were going to Denver, and eventually be Eastern Conference champions.
They need a script or what?
If you really want to talk about a script, it would have been the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah,
if we're talking about a real script.
But I think, like Buddy said, Jason Tatum's ankle, I think, had a big role because trying to play through that is tough, especially in a high level like that where you have to be very athletic, very dominant, all these hard cuts, and especially these guys are moving super, super fast. So that feel like that takes a toll on someone's body and ability to perform. So I think that, like I said, that affected it is no excuse. But, the way Jaylen Brown played also. I heard he played really bad.
Oh yeah, he was horrible. Yeah, he was not good at all. Just overall, the Celtics they didn't play the game that they needed to play. Obviously, the final score dictates that, but they were shooting horrible from three. Even in Game 6, they were shooting horrible from three. I think at one point they were 5 for 40 from three, combined Game 6 and Game 7. So the three ball was not falling for them, and I don't know. Someone didn't show them a stat sheet. I don't know if after they shot a three and they missed it, they just went into like, all right, F it, I'm gonna shoot it again, because they did not need to shoot that many threes. They made no adjustments on that front, and that's another big reason why they lost Game 7, because they just kept on chucking it up, and they were not hitting. And the Heat were the smarter team. They were the better team in Game 7. Boston was a better team overall in the regular season and going into the playoffs, but the Heat showed they're the better team and that they had the better coach on their side.
For sure. Hold on, let me just. So when I think that the better coach, Eric Spoelstra, he outcoached them. But that's where we talk about the problem in today's game with the 3-point shots. Because if you're not hitting, why keep shooting? Before you would learn, okay, your shot's not falling, go to a basket, get a foul. Get going off a free throw. And now, I mean, if you're shooting 43s in a game, that shows you how much the game's changed. So I think that's a problem on the Boston Celtics side. But then again, you need to get it done at your home court. And I don't know why they didn't. They have the reasons, but I feel like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have played their last game together.
Wow. Well, I mean, you know what? I mean, that's kind of a hot take, because Jaylen Brown is due to get some money this year. And
the way he performed, does he deserve it?
Exactly, right? I mean, regular season, he did his thing. He made second team All-NBA. Deservedly so, no doubt about it. But, I mean, this is kind of recency bias. So what have you done for me lately, right? So we look at the playoffs. Playoffs is where you either make or break yourself, right? You either get that big contract, which D'Angelo Russell did not help himself with that. I'm just bringing him up as an example. And Jaylen Brown also did not do himself some due diligence in earning a big contract. So, and also too, Jaylen Brown's gonna want his money. If the Boston Celtics say no, or he says no, then that's kind of obvious that they're going to trade him, because, you don't want the money from us. He wants it from somewhere else, or whatever that case is. So the best option there would be to trade him. So, and that is a very realistic possibility of that happening.
And then think about it. How many Eastern Conference Finals have they lost? 3, I think.
No, they've gone to 5 in 7 years.
With Jaylen Brown and Tatum.
I think, no, just the Celtics in general.
Yeah, but I'm saying with Jaylen Brown and Tatum, I think they've had 3 and then won finals.
This year, last year.
The bubble.
2020. Yeah, so 3, yeah.
And then the finals, so that's 4 times they could have closed it out and got a chip. So
No. They're 1 and 2. They've been to 1 finals.
Oh, so 3.
And they've lost twice in the conference finals.
Yeah. No, 3 times.
3 times, yep.
I feel like that's enough, you think, to say, like, okay, this is not working?
Right? I mean, like, real quick.
And then you lose to an A seed. Like, I mean, I'm not discrediting Miami Heat, but I'm just saying you're the higher seed for a reason. And then to top it off, they don't have no Tyler Hero. And I think someone else was hurt.
Yeah. Well, Gabe Vincent missed, I think, maybe 1 or 2 games, but they won those games. But
yeah.
Yes. Who else was hurt? No, I think just Tyler Hero was their main for the Heat.
Like, no Tyler Hero, just Jimmy Butler and Bam with people who, like, I'm not gonna call them role. I mean, they are role players, but
no, like, Jimmy Butler calls him teammates.
But they stepped it up. But like I said, you have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, who just won Defensive Player of the Year, and then Al Horford, former All-Star. Obviously, he's not the same.
Derek White, who's like the second coming of Manu Ginobili, apparently. That dude's just hooping.
Yeah, so I don't know. Hey, I didn't even know Celtics had Gallinari too, actually.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I think he tore his ACL.
ACL, yeah. Second time, I think.
Yeah,
Forgot about that guy.
just real quick on the Celtics, you got to start thinking. I mean, yeah, they have an extremely talented team led by Jason Tatum, but something's holding them back. They can't seem to get over the hump, right? So, I mean, what do you do? Do you make a trade for? Do you trade away Jaylen Brown, right? Your former number 3 overall pick. Do you just blow it up, which is something me personally, me bias, go right ahead. I really don't care if they blow it up. Right?
You know what?
Go ahead. But what is the next move?
Actually, I think it's maybe you keep him one more year, but you just get a new coach. Cause think about it, this is the same team they had with Why am I blanking out his name right now?
The coach from last year. Ime Udoka.
Ime Udoka. There it is. Because with him, they went to the finals, and he was a great defensive-minded coach. So I think that's what they needed. And Mazzulla, think about it. He's only, 36?
I think he's 34. Yeah. I think
34, I think.
Maybe. Mid-30s.
Mid-30s. Like, you can't have a coach like that with no experience like that. And he played against Jimmy Butler in college, if you guys didn't know.
He did. That's right.
So I think that should tell you something. Like, the experience as a coach is not there. And then knowing... And, like, how do you expect him to coach Al Horford, who's 36 and might know more basketball than him? Like, you get me? I don't think it's a good fit. And I feel like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown need that older coach. Like, they can't do someone like Mazzulla.
Well, only, 11 years older than?
Yeah, I don't think that works out. Like, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown need, someone way older. Not way older, but someone who's going to know the game a little bit more.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a topic of conversation this summer. There were a ton of Boston fans who were not happy with their performance, obviously, but they were also not happy with their head coach, Joe Mazzulla. So I think the front office is going to do maybe some digging on it. Maybe they're going to – because it's going to be tough, man. Your third coach for a third separate season. Obviously what happened last year with Ime was completely unexpected. No one expected that, so they had to kind of – juggle on the fly, right, and then get Joe Mazzulla. But it's going to be tough to come in with your third coach in 3 seasons. That's going to be tough. But fans looks like they want that. Yeah, so we'll see.
Well, you have a lot of good candidates now, like Monty Williams. Definitely. Monty Williams. Well, Nick Nurse already signed with the Sixers, right?
Yeah, he did.
So Monty Williams. I don't know if you would want to bring Doc back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to bring Doc back. Who else got fired recently?
You still have Frank Vogel?
Frank Vogel. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of good candidates.
There are. And then, if you want to go the college route, there's Jay Wright, who coached at Villanova.
Oh,
I don't
Jay
know.
Wright.
I don't know if he still wants to coach. Because he retired from college. So
yeah. Oh, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, Mike Budenholzer.
That's
right.
Yeah, so
that's another great candidate right there.
You have a lot of good, I guess, coach free agents. Mm-hmm. Even the free agents for the coach is looking good.
Yeah, definitely. So, all this is going to be going on all summer. So, we'll see what happens there. But moving on to now the actual basketball, George. Your Denver Nuggets' first final appearance, and the Miami Heat, who won a thriller Game 7 that we just talked about. Second time a number 8 seed has gone to the NBA Finals. The first is a 1999 New York Knickerbockers, and this is their 7th NBA Finals since 2006, which is the most in that span for the Miami Heat. Before I don't know if you want to get into it, your expectations and all that first, or you want to do predictions and then move on from there. This is your squad, so
we'll talk about it first.
Okay,
it's been a struggle. Like I said before, I've been struggling. I brought something for you, buddy.
Oh God. Oh my God.
We've been struggling since, we drafted this guy. If you don't know, Emmanuel Wude. It's been a struggle.
Well, you showed them the Denver, so no, they don't know who that is. And not only that, he's not even worth talking about if we want to be real.
So we thought this guy was gonna be the
No.
Us Denver fans thought we wasted a first round number 7th pick on him. We looked like he was that
2014
with Jokic. Yeah, 14 I think. 14. With Jokic, who was the 45th first pick.
Yeah,
and Jokic became the star and not Emmanuel Mudiay. Well, anyways, we've been struggling, and now it's time to get it done. We have to get it done. I hope we do. I feel like this is the best team we've had form in like years. It's better than the Melo days. This team is solid. Like, there's no way we have to lose. Like, we have to win. There's no way we lose. Like, I'm just high expectation for this team. Like, and I'm just excited. I can't wait for Thursday already. I wanted to come already fast. Like, pause, but I wanted to like Thursday to come already. So hopefully we get that win.
Yeah,
for game.
Yeah, I mean, you're the number 1 seed going up against the 8 seed. This is like a first round matchup in essence. But the Heat have proven themselves. They've proven doubters wrong time and time again. And you know what? Those are pretty high hopes for someone who didn't pick your team to come out of the second round. I'm just saying, and then the Western Conference Finals. So that's some pretty high hopes coming from you.
Yeah, and then beginning of the season, we had made a prediction. We had them like 4th or 5th or something, 4th or 3rd.
I can't quite remember, but
we had
I
them
definitely
like
had
4th,
them in top 4. I had them in top 4 seed.
We're looking at a team who's proven themselves, and I feel like this team is like the real deal. Like, think about it. You have Aaron Gordon, who was a star, not a star, but he was their main guy at Orlando.
He's a former number 4 overall pick.
Yeah, and he was the main guy in Orlando. We got him. MPJ, who fouled 13 to us
because of a back issue.
No one believed in MPJ, so we picked him up, and now he's working out fine for us.
You could argue that he could have been the number 1 pick that year.
He could have been the number 1 pick if it wasn't for his injury.
Was that the 2018 draft?
Yeah.
2018, who went? Oh, it was DeAndre. Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton.
When healthy, he was nice.
Clippers passed up on him. Suns a lot of people passed up on him, and we took the chance. And I feel like he's fit with the Nikola Jokic play style because he's just a shooter. Mm-hmm. I feel like he could do more, but in this team he doesn't need to do more. And with Nikola Jokic, he works out perfectly. Jokic, like, that's the biggest steal of the draft.
He's the best player in the game.
Yeah, that's the biggest steal ever in a draft. Like, he got drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. And that Jamal Murray, who was 7th pick, I believe.
Lottery pick, yeah.
7th pick, who came out of Kentucky. And, he was Devin Booker's year, I think, too. No, that was Mitchell's year.
I think. No.
That wasn't Devin Booker. That was before.
Yeah.
With Jamal Murray. So I feel like we formed this team kind of like the Warriors did back in the day. We formed this team, and this team, well, not as good, but we built.
But I get it. You're comparing like in terms of
we building the team.
The draft.
Like, we building the team off of chemistry. We're not buying a team. So I feel like this team has great chemistry, and we should be able to close it out.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect combination of you building that team and also getting the necessary pieces in free agency. You got KCP in free agency. Who has been fantastic. Aaron Gordon in free agency as well.
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown,
which
is another fantastic piece you guys added, and I think everything's just coming together for the Denver Nuggets, right? I mean, yes, the Heat are a force to be reckoned with, as we've seen through these entire playoffs, but at the same time, so are the Denver Nuggets, and they have the best player in the game. Before the playoffs started, I said, and even throughout the entire season, I said Giannis was the best player, and deservedly so. But I think playoffs is a time where star players shine the brightest, and no one has been shining brighter than Nikola Jokic. He is proving that he is the real MVP, that he is the best player in the world, and at 28 years old, he's only going to get better. I mean, you thought, okay, his 2 MVP seasons, like, all right, there's no way he could get better. No, he's gotten better than that, yeah. Right? So, I mean, he is clearly a number 1 option in a championship team, and, we'll see what he does in the biggest stage he will ever be on. And it's gonna be fun. But when you have your number 2 option in Jamal Murray, who is also dropping buckets, who could get hot at any single time, who is a great point guard. He might not be up in there with the Damian Lillards, with the Stephen Currys, with the Chris Pauls, just overall. But Jamal Murray is a killer.
Mm-hmm.
He is a killer, and he could do it all, at least on the offensive side of the basketball court. And he complements Jokic so well, man. They've been together for what, 5-6 years already?
Yeah.
And
Like I said, chemistry, yeah.
you could just tell, that chemistry just has built over and over again. And, that's a big reason why they are where they are. And also, too, big shout out to Mike Malone, 8th season as the coach. And he's earned that top spot as a great NBA coach. And, if you're a hooper, if you really love basketball, then you are going to be tuning in into this NBA Finals, whether you're a hater of Nikola Jokic, which we know a couple, or not, or you want to see Jimmy get his first ring, you want to see Jokic get his first ring, Dirk like, I know, like that Europe connection. This one's gonna be fun.
So, I feel like this is what a great basketball game. This is what you want to see as a basketball fan. It's gonna show you that you don't need to be flashy. You don't need to be hitting threes. You don't need to be isoing all the time. Because look, think about it. Nikola Jokic is not the most athletic. He's the most skilled. Like, that's his raw basketball talent. Like, he knows the game perfectly. Like, that shows you why he's dominant. It's not just, like I said, he's not athletic. He doesn't jump the heights. He's not the fastest. He doesn't play the best defense on ball. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's a good at rim defender. But it shows you that he knows the game. And that's why you should learn, like, how to play the game right, not just ISO, shooting threes, fast break, shoot a three, And I might disagree with you on Jamal Murray with Dame because he's showing it in the playoffs. He averaged 30 points per game in the Western Conference Final, and that's what you want your great players to do, show up in the playoffs, So I think you don't put him in the Steph conversation, but you put him in the Lillard, possibly, I don't know, Chris Paul. Because think about it, he already has an NBA Finals. Hopefully he gets a championship. But in the NBA Finals, something Dame hasn't done with CJ McCollum. He also did he play with LaMarcus for a bit?
Yeah.
But he was young.
But that was early.
He was young. But, Jamal Murray has proven himself. I feel like he has already. I think you put him up there as I know he has no All-Star, but you could consider him an All-Star point guard.
Yeah.
Now, so he just shows up when you need him. He shows up when it matters, not just, okay. Yeah. He had, if you compare him, his regular season was not great. He averaged, 20 points per game? And now he's averaging above, he's averaging, the whole playoffs, I think he's averaging 27. Mm-hmm. That Western Conference, he was averaging 30, 40, and I think, 50? No.
Well, he averaged 32.
32, and then he was shooting 40% from the field. Or was it 50?
He was shooting 40% from the three.
From three, and then 50 from the field, I believe.
Roughly. Mm-hmm.
So, he's been, I think he's proven himself. That's someone you want on your team. So I think you put him up there with a lot of good point guards or all-star point guards, I would say. Maybe I don't know, CJ McCollum, Dame Lillard. You put him up there. He's an elite point guard, I feel like, now.
Yeah, I mean, he's proving to be that in the biggest stage.
Trae Young, maybe.
Where you want your players to shine most. And, I mean, you can't really argue that. I mean, he's doing it on the ultimate stage, so we'll see what he does on the biggest stage.
Yeah, we need to see still, so.
Right? Because Miami got some dogs. Mm-hmm. They got some dogs, man. They're undrafted, but that Heat culture, what Pat Riley has built there, it's real. Mm-hmm. It's real, man. Because these guys are coming out of nowhere. Max Strus, who knew about Max Strus before his time with the Heat?
He got waived with the Celtics.
Got waived with the Celtics. Yep. Who knew about Duncan Robinson? Not only that, Duncan Robinson was on the bench before Tyler Hero got injured. Mm-hmm. He wasn't even seeing the floor, and all of a sudden he comes in and he's producing at a high level when his team needs him. When his team needs him to cut, to make threes, to make the right play, he's doing that, and that's the culture they built. Jimmy Butler is the perfect player for this Miami Heat culture. Because he's a dog. He does whatever it takes for the team to win. He doesn't have to score 30 or anything like that. Honestly, that's not even his game. But when you need him to, he'll do it, right? So, him and the Heat, the perfect combination. Bam as well. and then other role players. So I don't think there's gonna be a toss over, but Heat are a formidable opponent for the Denver Nuggets.
If you're a youngin and you're watching this,
Like you,
finals, now youngins like people who want to play the game. Just a reminder, little wisdom. Look at the role players. You don't have to be the main guy all the time. Look at the role players. Yep. That's why I'm saying this is good for basketball, because in the future when I go play pickup, I don't want people trying to ice and shoot threes all the time. So just know your role. That's all I can say. Yeah. Look at that. You don't need to be the number one to make an impact. Wisdom right there.
Damn, George. That was good.
Deep stuff.
Okay, prediction time.
I'm going 4-2 with Denver.
4-2 Denver? Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. 4-2 Denver, just because we just swept. We have the momentum on our sides. We're great at home. I don't see us losing a home game. Well, I hope not. I don't want to jinx myself, but we're good at home. Now, we're not like the Celtics, who are really like bad at home, but we're good at home. We have the number one offense, and our defense has been tremendous. So I'm seeing it 4-2.
4-2. Yeah, I'm actually in the right. I'm actually in the same boat with you. I see the Denver Nuggets winning this series 4-2, and the only reason I'm getting it, I'm having it go to 6, because I have too much respect for Jimmy Butler and Eric Spoelstra. I know they're not gonna get swept, just like how Lakers did. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if they do. But I think it's going 4-2, and that game 6 will be in Miami. Yeah, so you guys will be winning it on the road. And yeah, I think it's gonna be really tough for you guys to. Well, it's gonna be really tough for Miami to win at Denver, because I mean we've seen that you guys haven't lost. You guys haven't lost at home. So, Denver in 6. Nikola Jokic getting his first Finals MVP. And I wouldn't be surprised if he duplicates the type of performance he did with the Lakers in terms of averaging a triple-double. Well, he's averaging a triple-double in the playoffs regardless, right?
Yeah. No.
He has 8 triple-doubles in the playoffs so far. But yeah, I see Jokic getting his Finals MVP and solidifying himself as one of the greatest centers of all time, possibly inching his way to maybe a top 5 conversation. But he has a long way to go, because that conversation is, that's a steep hill to climb for him.
I forgot to say, but if we do take one at Miami, it's a 4-1. I think it's a 4-1.
Oh, okay.
But I don't see us taking one in Miami, so it'll be 4-2.
Also, you got a 2-2, and then 2.
Yeah.
So you guys win 2, they win 2, and then you.
Well, yeah, we don't take one in Miami the first round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but we can. But if we do take one in Miami, the first home games for them, then it's gonna be a 4-1.
Yeah.
But I really hope Jokic could perform. If he does win that Finals MVP, that's what he was looking for. Not looking for, but that's what he needed.
That's what you strive for.
Yeah, that's what you strive for. That's what we needed. But like I said, the Heat are dogs. They're very physical, but I don't see Bam as a AD. So I feel like that helps us in that goes in our favor. We don't have to worry about an AD caliber player, because I don't think Bam is on AD's level.
No, definitely not.
So I feel like we have a little leeway, but Jimmy Butler is going to be a problem. I know that, but hopefully Aaron Gordon can contain him a little bit. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean Aaron Gordon did a good job on LeBron. But yeah, I mean Jimmy's obviously younger, not battling any type of injury or anything like that. We're not saying that LeBron did, but obviously that foot was hampering him. So we're gonna see what happens, and it should be a good one.
Yeah. See you.
All right. Yes, NBA Finals are here. Duh. We're going to share our favorite NBA Finals moments. George, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah. So hopefully my favorite final moment comes up soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will replace this final moment. I'm leaning between 2. It's when.
Well, I have multiple, so you could
Oh,
just
okay.
list them off.
So one, that Ray Allen 3 against
Mm-hmm.
the Spurs. I know everyone's gonna say LeBron got saved, but Steve Kerr saved Jordan a couple times. Derek Fisher saved
Robert
Kobe.
Horry.
Robert Meta World Peace
Meta World Peace.
have saved Kobe. So forget all that. That's why you have teammates to pick you up when you're down. Anyways, Ray Allen's 3. Chris Bosh rebound back out. Bang!
Back out to Allen 3-pointer.
Bang!
Tie game.
LeBron.
Iconic call. That's an iconic call.
LeBron chased down on Iguodala.
Yeah, that's you could argue that that's the best play ever of all time.
I would say Kyrie's dagger.
That one too.
That one too.
Yeah.
That Jordan. Oh no, that was
Which one?
the Jordan step back.
Jordan step back?
Not the Jordan step back when he
the
against
crossover.
Utah. A crossover
Yeah, the
against
crossover.
Utah.
Uh-huh.
That one's iconic
Game
too.
6.
Game
Game
6.
of 19.
Obviously, I didn't watch it, but I've seen the highlights and it's iconic.
That's iconic.
That's iconic. And I'm sorry, buddy, but that KG, anything is possible.
Yeah.
It's I think
that's
it's
pretty iconic.
I just think it's very inspirational.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. All right. I got a couple, but we're gonna take it back a little bit. My number one. 1980 NBA Finals, Game 6. Lakers are going to Philadelphia up 3-2, but they are without their MVP, the best big man ever, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He sprained his ankle in Game 5. They ended up winning Game 5, but he cannot go for Game 6. The team is down. They feel like they're going to lose the series now without their best player. But the greatest point guard of all time comes in and says, no need to fear. Magic is here. He plays center. He scored 42 points, 15 rebounds. He did it all that game in Game 6, and it was in tape delay. So people didn't even know about it until a couple hours after. He comes in. He wins the game for the Lakers. He wins their first title of 5 in the 80s, and he wins Finals MVP. And he is a rookie. That's right, first year in the NBA. And he wins Finals MVP, and he wins a championship. No other player in NBA history will ever do that ever again. Don't even start. Please don't even start. Not even in comparison. Magic Johnson, the greatest point guard of all time. That is number one. Number two, another one I wasn't born for, but of course, you guys know me, diehard right here. Lakers beating the Boston Celtics in 1985 for the first time ever in the parquet floor at the original Boston Garden. And man, just watching that, growing up as a Laker fan, watching that highlight, it made me tear up because just losing to Boston. Oh, before that, they were 0-9 against Boston.
Yeah, Boston's.
And the year before that, obviously, 1984, they lose in 7 in Boston. They come back, they get their revenge, and that was easily. You ask Magic, you ask all those players on the 85 team, what's your best? That one easily is their best. Is their favorite finals win. Number two, of course, another one, 2010, the one I witnessed. Lakers beating Boston in Game 7 at Staples Center. Like you mentioned earlier, Meta World Peace hitting that big 3. Kobe Bryant, the late great Kobe Bryant, not having a great final Game 7 in terms of shooting. Shot 6 for 25 or 24, but he came up with 15 big rebounds in that game. Rebounds won. Whoever in that series, whoever had the rebounding edge won the game. Kobe realized that. He said his shot wasn't going up, so I'm going to rebound. And he came up with 15 big ones. Pau Gasol was fantastic in that game. That was a legacy game for him, and he was fantastic. And Lakers were down 13 in the third quarter. How old was I? 13 years old. I was already crying because I thought we were going to lose. I said to myself, we're going to lose to Boston again. There's no way we're going to lose to Boston again. There's no way. There's no way. And we ended up winning, and that was the best. That was the best. Number 4 and 5 are actually the same as your top two.
2016
Game 7. The Cavs coming back 3-1. That was
the block.
Man, I was rooting for the Cavs and LeBron so much because of all these bandwagon Warrior fans that were coming up. So I was like the biggest Cavs fan ever that year. And when they were down 3-1, I was like, man, there's no way they're gonna come back. There's no way, right?
And that was a 70.
That was 73
3
and 9
9.
Warriors team, destined for greatness, right?
That was the best season ever, man.
LeBron is like, nah, I think I'm destined for greatness. I think I'm gonna do this. And Kyrie and LeBron dropped that 41 in Game 5, come back and dominate in Game 6. They go to Oracle, the most hostile environment they could probably ever be in.
Mm-hmm.
And they get the job done. That was insane. And, of course, Game 6, Ray Allen, he misses that 3. The Spurs win their 5th title. And, get this, Tim Duncan is undefeated in the finals. And he's 6-0 in the finals. Imagine that.
Damn.
Think about the butterfly effect of all that, right?
That'd been crazy.
Like, you could argue, okay, all right, Jordan's the GOAT, right? Because he's 6-0 in the finals.
And then
Well, how come you don't say that about
Tim Duncan? Everyone forgets about Tim Duncan, like,
because he's quiet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they like the flashiness. That's when you go back on not a me, but
about Jokic.
Jokic, like they're so not boring. Like, obviously not boring to me, but boring to the casual viewer because that's not what you want to see. Like, that's crazy. But Tim Duncan is probably, if you
could argue Tim Duncan's. You could argue
that he's number one as the center spot.
Yeah.
If you classify him as a center, because I know he played power forward at his time.
I mean, the only reason it was power forward because he came in with David Robinson.
Yeah, but he played center the rest of his career after that.
But he was titled as still a power forward. Yeah.
So you can argue, but everyone forgets about Duncan.
Everyone does. No, I mean, yeah, George. You can not only argue he's probably the best big man. You could argue just overall, he's like a top 3,
if people
top 5.
Yeah, if people like bringing up the rings and stuff and records, then
I mean, he has 5 himself.
Yeah,
right? And he has 2 MVPs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up just because like the butterfly effect of that shot, right? LeBron only has 3 rings. Does he go? I mean, he probably goes back to Cleveland. Does he? I don't know. I mean,
what do you think?
What happens?
Travel on that shot or not?
You've heard people say that.
Yeah, because when he grabs it, he like takes the little steps
that was
back.
2 steps. That was 2 steps.
But
man, everyone, people are always gonna find some stuff. Yeah,
LeBron. Bro, that's so crazy. But
yeah, those are my 5. I actually like yours too.
No,
those are nice.
The I know I didn't want to bring up the KG one, but that's iconic, cool.
I mean,
and LeBron's first ring actually too, like that very first.
When he said it's about damn time. But not only that, like speaking of, no, go ahead, because I remember.
Speaking of that, we're probably gonna think about the same thing. When he went with the Lakers, I want my respect.
Nah, I wasn't gonna say that.
Wait, what did you say?
I want my Coach Vogel wants respect. Rob wants respect. And I want my damn respect too.
That's tough right there.
That was cool. Nah, I was actually gonna bring up another LeBron one when he went in 2016 when he says Cleveland.
Yeah.
This is for you, man, dude. I honestly, I sometimes I go back to that interview because it gives me chills.
Yeah.
Like, man, like.
And think about it.
He just accomplished.
He's won for every team he's been on.
Yeah.
So you can't call him like. Yeah, he left Cleveland that one time, but he came
back.
He had to.
Honestly, Cleveland was not helping him out.
It wasn't.
That front office was complete basura.
Yeah,
that was.
You gave him a 30-something-year-old Shaq.
They gave him 1 All-Star, and that was Zildronis Ilgauskas. Come on, dog. Exactly. He was only a 1-time All-Star, and then you have these other scraps around here. LeBron carrying this team. Of course, he's gonna leave. The front office is doing nothing for him.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I'm gonna tell you something off air after about something I heard about LeBron.
Oh God. Okay. All right. We're gonna close out in a little bit. George, I have a little game for you.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Memorial Day just passed. It was actually yesterday. We're shooting on a Tuesday, and that usually signifies vacation and summertime, right? Even though it's not really looking like it, it's still a little bit cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna have you, according to AAA, I'm gonna have you name the top 5 summer activities.
Summer
activities. Whenever you're ready.
I thought you were going to say places again.
No. Summer activities.
One has to be jet skiing. It has to, the pool and stuff.
No, but what's your answer? Like, is it just jet skiing?
Oh, like trips, like what?
No,
you
no,
do
no,
on
no, no.
vacation?
Like, because you said pools and then you said jet
Oh
ski.
yeah,
So,
jet skiing.
so just jet ski.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like you gave the other one away, like pool parties or pool.
So which one is it?
Pool
Which
party.
one are you
Pool
rolling?
party.
Pool party.
Pool parties.
Okay.
I don't know, like zip lining maybe.
Zip lining.
You said 5.
Yeah.
I mean, pool party with party, is that like a separate one? Partying, I guess.
Partying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that should be up there.
Wait, pool party and party. That's no.
It's two separate things, like
No,
they might have
party
put.
and then party. No, that's just like a different location.
I said jet skiing.
You said jet ski and pool. No. You changed it to pool party. And
Jet
then
skiing.
And then no.
No,
Wait,
no.
pool party and then jet ski.
Jet skiing.
And then
zip
zip lining.
Yeah, so that's 3.
Okay.
Swimming. I feel like it's.
Swimming.
I'm thinking about like pool stuff just because it's summer.
Okay. And what's the last one?
I mean, it's traveling activity. Just traveling.
Traveling. No, you got to be more specific.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Damn. I'm stuck right here. Summer. I'm just thinking about summer.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Hot. It's hot. What do you do in the summer? I guess visiting an amusement park. I'm gonna go with that. That's all I can think of.
All right. Okay.
I feel like I got none of them right.
No, you actually got 2.
All right.
You got 2. So number 1 is swimming.
Swimming. Did I say that?
You did.
Okay.
You did.
Swimming.
Number 2, visiting a national park.
Yeah.
Number 3, watch movies in the car / drive-in. Yeah, because obviously
they're not watching movies after.
Chill.
In the car.
Number 4, music events like concerts and outdoor events, like outdoor concerts.
Yeah.
And number 5 is amusement park.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I was thinking more of like, the pool stuff. Like, summer.
I'm surprised you didn't say something with ice cream. Like
eating
I don't
ice
know.
cream.
Like
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Afters or what? Afters is fire.
Yeah, it is.
Or Cold Stone, what do you like better?
It depends. It depends on my mood. Cause like if I just want just a regular ice cream, I'm gonna go to Afters. If I want something, mix it up a little bit, add in a couple stuff, then Cold Stone's the spot.
For sure. Right.
No, yeah, but speaking of the movies, I'm excited for what's coming up this summer. Spider-Man, Indiana Jones, Transformers, The Flash. I've heard a lot of good things about the Flash movie.
Yeah.
All those movies are for sure on my bucket list. The Mission Impossible movie. What else? There's also another one that looks kind of funky, but interesting as well. Asteroid City.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Scarlett Johansson comes out on it, and it looks a little weird. It looks a little funky, but it looks like it's gonna be a good movie.
You know what? Which one I'm like curious about? That Disney one with like the fire and the water.
Oh yeah, Element. I think it's
that
called.
looks pretty cool.
Has it came out?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, definitely this Friday, gonna watch Spider-Man, part 1 of that
That's great.
Of the Miles Morales stories. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love that movie. So I have some high expectations
for sure.
part 2, and I don't think they're gonna disappoint.
Yeah, I
feel
like
you still haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nah,
Jesus Christ!
I haven't had time.
Tell them how good it is.
You
It's
just
amazing.
saw it?
No. He's been watching it.
Damn. All right, so I guess I'll set up my thing for this week. I guess it's Guardians of the Galaxy and then, or probably Spider-Man first.
Yeah,
and then, so I guess 2 movies this weekend, not probably next weekend. I'll save Guardians of the Galaxy for next weekend. I'm pretty sure it'll still be on theaters, right?
I mean, yeah, it's done really good in the box office, so
yeah,
it
that's gonna
should
bring
still
in
be
money.
hanging in there.
You saw The Little Mermaid?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
You gonna watch it though?
I don't know. I'll probably just wait till it comes on Disney Plus.
All right, but I think that's what I'm gonna But Spider-Man, I for sure can't miss.
Yeah,
I'm a
no, you
big
can't miss
Spider-Man
out. Yeah.
fan. Been since I was a
Yeah.
kid. I think I dressed up for him on Halloween like twice or something like that. I mean, what
That's
kid
dope.
hasn't? What kid
That's
hasn't?
true. That's true.
But yeah, I can't miss out on that one.
Cool. All right, George. Anything else?
Nah, just thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, check us out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys so much for tuning in into this week's episode. We appreciate the love and support. Like George said, you already know. Like, subscribe, do all that other stuff. We're also on Spotify if you prefer that kind of things through your ear holes. And the legend.
The legend.
And we will catch you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.